Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Pitt Sports Zone, Bowie TV, Spartanburg, South Carolina, Bluefield State. Shout out to Smartwater. Shout out to Staples. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. Hi, ladies.
Hey.
They had to say hey. Hey. So if you can introduce yourself to the viewers and listeners.
Okay, I'm Lauryn DeGuzman. Everyone calls me Boogie, and I play outfield and shortstop utility. I am a 6th year, and I'm in the MBA program at Bluefield State.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Lexi Shadowens. I'm from Tennessee. I'm a senior. I'm a catcher utility. Yeah.
Okay. Senior, and I'm sorry, what year are you again?
6th year.
6th year?
So
That's what I
senior,
thought. I didn't want to say
senior
that.
on the field.
When you said 6th year, I thought of the movie Higher Learning when he asked, like, he was like, ain't you like a 6-year senior? No, I'm playing. So, Bluefield State.
Yeah.
First, you know what? Give me a fun fact about you that nobody knows.
Me?
Anytime you ask somebody, give me a fun fact about you, and they go, that's a dangerous fun fact.
I can't say that word. I can't say that word.
Okay.
Oh, but I can touch my nose with my tongue.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That was different.
I don't know.
No.
I feel like everyone knows this about me, but I don't eat anything. I'm a super picky eater. Yeah.
Well, that's not a fun fact if everybody knows you don't eat anything. You
I don't know a
say
fun
something
fact.
that people don't know. Like that one, I'm pretty sure. Did you know she could touch her nose with her tongue?
No.
She gave you a crazy fun fact.
Yeah.
You want to change or you want to stick with the food?
I don't know. I mean, I could deadlift 490 pounds.
Yeah. Wrong place.
You've been hanging with Coach Holly too long. Golly. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So she can lift me, and she can touch her nose with her tongue.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bluefield State. Softball. How long have you been playing softball?
I have been playing since, I think I started T-ball when I was 5. And I'm 23 now. So,
okay.
Yeah, very long time.
Same thing. 5 and I'm 23 now. So,
wow.
My whole life.
Enjoy it?
Oh, yeah. Love it. Only sport.
What's the best thing about why do you love softball?
Why do I love it? Personally, it's always been for me, it's been where I release everything. The game to me, I love the game. Always have. It's a bigger stress relief. But also I love the people I meet. You make connections, you meet great people, Yeah.
Amazing.
I would say the same thing, honestly. The biggest part about softball is that it shaped me into the person that I am today. And I've met, lifelong friendships that I'll have forever. People that I would have never met without the sport. So.
I understand, when you talk about baseball, right? So, for me, I played baseball. I played football, baseball, and I ran track. Honestly, I only played just so I could stay out of trouble back home in Pittsburgh. That was my outlet, or for being able to be out when the street lights came on. But then other than that, for me, I played baseball, high school. I was drafted. I got invitations to the Anaheim Angels and the Atlanta Braves. And right out of high school, did both tryouts. And, one thing that I love to talk to, especially college players for is, to always take that craft seriously. And I think for me, I appreciated the offer, and it was something I've never expected, right? But I didn't treat it like I loved it. So when I got the offers, because I got it, I felt like I already arrived, right? Mm-hmm. So I didn't practice for the walk-ons. I didn't lift. I was out partying, and then both tryouts, I got injured and never got the opportunity again. So, and that's when I learned that when you truly love something, that you cherish it. Like you love it, and you don't treat it like you can get it back, because obviously I never got it back. But it's a lesson that I like to. It's a story I like to tell, because I like to challenge and tell people like when you love something, you treat it like you love it. And there's moments where we love something and we don't always treat it like we love it, but we have that opportunity, to bounce back. Mm-hmm. How much do you love Bluefield State?
Honestly, I've grown to love it. I really have. In the beginning, it was rough. But definitely with Coach Holly coming in, it's definitely been a game changer with it. I love it way more than I used to.
Actually, you're a transfer student, right? Let's talk about that process.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of did you enter the portal?
I did.
You know what? I love this. We're going to get to that. Okay. Boogie, we're going to get to
Okay.
Talk about that process of going through the portal, because I think a lot of people don't realize the portal can be a very loving place, but it can also be a very depressing place as well, because a lot of people get left in the portal, right? So talk about that journey for you.
Okay. Let's see. Honestly, I really think I only had the one offer, and it was kind of crazy. Honestly, after I left from my JUCO, I didn't even know if I was going to play anymore. I wanted to, but I didn't know if I was going to, because I was just like, dang, like, really, I was just kind of like left. Like the coach where I was at, we didn't get along too well, so it was just kind of like I don't really have any help. In high school, I had my high school coach to help me, get me to where, like, at least in college.
Yeah.
So being a reporter was just like, well, all right. But actually, my JUCO coach did call me. He says, we got this dude, which was the coach before Holly. He was like, we got this dude. He wants a third baseman, da-da-da. I was like, all right. Went on the visit and just kind of went with it. I mean, I know some people's process is probably, like, a lot more adventurous, a lot more this and that. Mine, honestly, at first I was scared, but then, like, it ended up not being too bad, I guess, yeah.
Absolutely. I've always wanted to, I asked that question because when I come across a lot of players that have endured it, and I've also come across players who never left it, right? And I think to gamble and to believe in yourself, and your ability is great. But then when you're put in a position to where it's like everyone don't appreciate your craft the way you do, can be a very belittling and low self-imaging place. Boogie, how about you? How much do you know? Are you a transfer?
I am a transfer, yeah.
So that same for you. You've been in the portal too?
Yeah, a couple times.
You said a couple times?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first we'll get to Bluefield State,
Okay.
your love for Bluefield.
Yeah.
But then, I'd like to hear your journey through the portal as well.
Okay. Well, out of high school, I ended up going to Minot State University in North Dakota. So I played there my freshman year, got cut short because of COVID, and then I played my sophomore year there. And then I decided to enter the portal. Okay. So I entered the portal, ended up and that was my first time in the portal. So I was sending tons of emails, trying to reach out to coaches, going through my connections, and I was able to get the opportunity to play at Cal State Fullerton, in California. And so I got to experience playing at the Division I level, which was really cool. But it wasn't for me. It was just not where I wanted to be. And so after that, I entered the portal again. I honestly, after that year, I wasn't sure if I was going to play. I didn't want to play. But luckily, I was given the opportunity to go back to Minot State and finish out my career there. And that is where I met Coach Holly. So she was actually my coach out in North Dakota. And I played 2 more years there, so I had to sit out a year because my second transfer with the NCAA rules and everything. So I sat out 1 year, and then I played last year with my senior class.
Okay.
And then I was kind of ready to be done. I was like, okay, like I said earlier, I met a lot of girls that are my best friends now, and they were done too. They played their final year. Yeah. And so I was just kind of I don't really know if I want to continue playing if it's not going to be with my class. Yeah. And then I ended up having my senior year with them. I went into it thinking that it was going to be my senior year of softball, played it, had my senior day, everything. And then I decided to just enter the portal because I had 1 more year. And I was like, okay, we'll just see where this takes me. And I ended up getting in contact with Coach Holly again, and she gave me the opportunity to come here.
So when you're in the portal, you have to do the reaching out. The portal is foreign territory to me because when just like scholarships are different. When I first went to Bowie, I don't even care. I was a freshman in 2000, right? So when I went to Bowie, scholarships were guaranteed, and it was 4 years. It wasn't a year-by-year case, right? but now I understand that landscape is different. So when you talk about going in a portal, I honestly assumed that once you enter your name, I thought there was like a registry. It shoots it out to all the universities, and it says, "Hey, this person." I'm pretty sure broken by categories, right? Some type of algorithm, and it says, "Hey, these players are available." You know, yada yada yada. But you actually have to reach out to teams yourselves.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to. So when I talk about believing in yourself and taking a gamble on yourself, so you take that gamble by going into the portal, but then you actually have to act as your own agent.
In some cases. So like I think like better like Division I players whose names are like already out there and a lot of people like know who they are in colleges, know like they obviously get reached out to. But like people in lower levels, or like maybe girls that don't have stats, like they didn't play maybe their freshman and sophomore year and they decide to go to a different school. If they don't have stats, they might not get reached out to. So like I got reached out to by a couple of schools, but they weren't schools I was really interested in.
Right.
So if you want to go to a specific school, like you will most likely have to reach out to
And when
them.
you say that, it makes me, as you just made the statement about, you know, players whose names are out there, right? Most noticeable players. It made me think, I hear a lot about the portal, but it predominantly pertains to the men. I rarely hear about the portal when it pertains to the women. And in my opinion, I've said this on so many different shows and so many different platforms, including my own. And I've said, for me, I feel that women athletics is more entertaining than men's, right? And I was told that I only say that because it's women, but not necessarily the case, right? I think that it's entertaining because you guys play as a collective. Like when I see, you know, women play, I don't see ego on the court. I don't see self-pride. I see a team collective effort. That's why I say that. So when you mentioned that about the portal, you know what? You're right. Only names I hear of, and the only time I hear of the portal, I've never heard of anybody saying, "Hey, Caitlin Clark is in the portal," like something of that nature. I've never heard it, but every time a football player is in the portal, and it's predominantly portal talk. Predominantly is on the football stage, right? Not necessarily to the basketballs or the softball. So that's a very interesting and intriguing point. I didn't realize. So when it pertains to the different spots and the different locations that you were at, right? So earlier, a couple of teammates of yours talked about the word culture. You know, how has those cultures, and you played in different cultures, right? Because every coach isn't the same. You know, just like you said at One Stop, you know, you and that coach, you know, may not have gotten along to the best of what you would have liked it to be. You know, that's culture, right? Because there's something about the teaching, or something about that team camaraderie that just doesn't feel right. You know, so how important does culture mean to you when it pertains to those schools and those athletic abilities?
I think culture can take a team like very far. I think like I've been on teams where the culture wasn't as great and your season gets cut short because of it. Like, and I've also been on teams where our culture is great and we know how to work together as a team, and we may not have the best skill set, but like the girls come together and they know how to put everything in, and you end up having a successful season. So I think culture can do a lot for a team.
Really?
Just kind of piggybacking off of that, just like with our team, like we got each other's back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the team chemistry is definitely there. Everybody get along with everybody. We women, but like it happens.
Okay.
That's how it is. It's just we're women.
No one,
but,
no
like,
plug, no stuff. I was just saying what I hear other women say about women. I want my perspective.
But for the most part, no, yeah, we feel like everybody gets along with everybody. Like everybody understands everybody, and it's just like, I mean, even coming from a team like my JUCO team, like the team chemistry was there, but it's not like this. Like I know, just like I'm gonna have their back, they're gonna have my back. So you know. Yeah.
It's like a quote. I can't remember the name of the movie with Will Ferrell, and he was like, "ELE, everybody loves everybody." That's how she sounded in my head when she said it just now. What about you?
Yeah, I like piggybacking off what Lexi said. I really think our team has great culture here. Like I can go to every single one of the girls and like they're gonna have my back for everything, and it helps me. Like I know if I make a mistake, like the next girl, like the girl next to me, she's gonna pick me up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yourself, right? This is a self-reflective question. How have you seen yourself grown over and through the years along those journeys?
For me, I think so. My freshman year, at least my college journey, my freshman year, I was very successful. Like I went out there and I was the only starting freshman on my team, and like I had all the confidence in the world. My sophomore year, or it got cut short because of COVID, came back my sophomore year, and I struggled a lot. Like I was just like down in the dumps. Like I couldn't get out of a slump. It was hard, and so that kind of taught me how to push through. And then my junior year, I went to Cal State Fullerton, didn't play very much, had to get through that little funk too. And so throughout those years, I've kind of had to like keep learning to push myself, like even through the tough times. Coach Holly helped me find my love for the game again. So yeah, I just kept growing through that, like kept balling out, like learned how to get through adversity. And I think like, so I had to sit out the year, like I told you. And I think that year like kind of opened up my eyes. Like I was able to like be on a different side of the line and just kind of see like the game through a different lens. And that was kind of cool. Like it helped me grow. And yeah, like now I'm in a position where like I'm the oldest girl on the team, and I could kind of give back to the younger girls too.
Absolutely.
For me, I've definitely had ups and downs. You see, in high school, I was a mental case. I really was. I'm very hard on myself. I take it very personal. So let's see. So high school, yeah, I mean, like I did all right. I was just very mental. Now my first year of college, I don't know what happened, but like I went to JUCO and I balled out. Like I was the best player I've ever seen myself be. And, so then it was like, okay, well then I transferred from my JUCO, came here. And my first year here, I actually had to sit out due to ineligibility, like things not transferring right. So it just like, having that year being out, it like, I just kind of went back into my head again. Like it was like overthinking, just really hard on myself. And it's just like that kind of carried on because like when I came back, that's just how it was. And it was like that for 2 years. Because even last year, like I was like, my attitude was crazy and my mental was terrible. Yeah. But it's just like, I don't know, it kind of took Coach Holly and Coach Kell both and Coach Cooksey just really laying it on me, telling me what it is, like, you got to fix it or you're gone. You got to get right, or it's just like, you're not helping nobody, you're not helping yourself, you're not helping your team. So now it's just like this year, like I've definitely like I'm back on, like I'm very confident in myself. My mental is there. Like I make sure I show up so I can show up for my team, and yeah.
So when you talk about Coach Holly, what is it about Coach Holly that, because all of you have, mentored her, what is it about Coach Holly that you guys just, absolutely feel is one of those points and driving points for you that makes you want to strive for yourself and do better? And don't look at Coach Holly when not answering.
No, she's something. One thing she knows how to do is get under that skin. Let me just tell you that. She can get under that skin. But no, what was the question? I'm sorry.
What is it about Coach Holly, because all of you have mentioned her and, her drive and leadership. Like, what is it about her that pulls that out of you?
Okay. Well, I mean, Coach Holly, she knows what kind of ball player you are. She knows what you can do, and she's going to make sure you do that. She's going to do whatever she can to make sure you do that. I don't know. She's just, no, literally. She sees it in you, and she's going to make sure you see it in you. She's a really good coach.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. I think that she knows how to still include fun into it. Like, we can be loose on the field. Like, nobody really plays tense, like, scared to make a mistake. And I think that's, like, a lot of the times, that's where a lot of people mess up. Like, they play tight. Like, their coach can be, like, constantly yelling at them, and they're just scared to make a mistake. But Coach Holly just makes the game fun again. Like, kind of brings you back to, like, just why you love the game. Yeah.
CIAA softball this year. What is the ultimate goal for you personally and as a team?
Personally, like Paige was saying, I want to make the CIAA know who I am. Like, this is my first year and my last year competing in the CIAA, so might as well make it a good year. I think the team has a lot of potential this year. Like everyone else was saying, this is a completely different team, and I think that we could go really far.
Absolutely.
For the team aspect of it, a championship, I know we can do it. I think we all know we can do it. We know we got to push. We know we got to show up every day, but sorry. I'm so loud. But, yeah, definitely I see a championship for us, and I think we all do. But personally, yeah, just making a name. Like, I don't know, last year I was in a whole new position behind the plate, so I had to learn that. So, I mean, it was kind of sloppy for me last year. Did I step up and do a job? Yes. But this year, like, I know it now. So it's like I want to make a name behind the plate for myself and at the box. You know, last year was kind of up and down. I feel like this year I feel really hot. Like, I'm just very confident.
And that's what you need, right? You know, one, thank you for protecting me on those photos yesterday behind the plate. Umpires was telling me, you're a brave soul. I appreciate that protection because I was scared myself. HBCUs, did you know or were you informed of HBCUs prior to coming here?
I actually, so where I'm from in Tennessee, TSU is down not too far from me. So, and my high school coach, he went to TSU. Okay. So he was very, very, you know, alumni. Like, he was very proud about his school. Yeah. So I knew about HBCUs. I knew a couple girls that actually went to TSU. Okay. Did I know all the culture and all the things about it? And no. And I've learned a lot since being at Bluefield State, actually. But I knew a little bit about them. Yeah.
I would say the same thing. I knew a little bit about them, but like I didn't know a lot of the culture and everything that they did at HBCUs. But I have learned a lot since being here.
Take us away. Why Bluefield State?
Why Bluefield State? Well, let's see.
Every time anytime, I don't know if you guys have noticed this before she finishes. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but every time she starts with like a it's a very interesting answer. I just want to put that out there, so brace yourselves, because I'm bracing.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, I can't say that. Oh, okay. Let me like it. Okay. For real though, I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, it was really my only offer. And it was like, do you want to play ball or not? So it's just I kind of had to buy into it and just take it. But honestly, like at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. And honestly, I don't regret my decision at all with coming here. I definitely, I mean, like I said, I met two of my best friends here. And I've, you know, got to meet Coach Holly. And that's someone I hope is in my life for a long time because she's something. But
And, you know, it's one of those things where when you say, you know, things happen for a reason. A lot of times, things that you feel is opposite, right, and the things that you feel may not be for you is not what you had, you know, in the line of sight of where you thought or felt you would be. 9 times out of 10 happens to be the most and the best times of your lives. Is being with something that you either didn't expect or that you feel didn't want you, right? So even the places that you felt you wanted to go that didn't value you, you know, the value that you didn't know that you would get, and the relationships that, you know, you were able to establish with Bluefield State speaks to, as you said, you know, was meant to be. Mm-hmm. You, Boogie?
Yeah, I would say kind of the same thing. Like, Bluefield State wasn't where like I expected to end up like playing my 6th year of college. Like if you would have told me that when I was back in high school I would be playing for college softball for 6 years, like I would have told you you're crazy. Like, but yeah, Bluefield State's given me so many opportunities like that I wouldn't have gotten anywhere else. Like I'm getting a master's and like I've had the opportunity to play with these girls and just like learn how to be a more vocal leader. Like, yeah, just all around, I think it's helped me grow a lot as a person.
Well, I thank you very much. Thank you for taking this time to sit with me. Thank you for sharing, you know, not only, you know, your personal selves with myself, but also with the viewers and listeners. I wish you nothing but the success going forward. Congratulations in advance on graduation.
Yeah, degree! I'm excited.
And with that, you know, there's no better way for us to go ahead and log off. Again, I'm your host, Pitch, from Pitts and Sports Talk Radio. Pitt Sports Zone, Bowie TV. It's going down.